Hi, and welcome to another Discover with me, Fettouhi. We're gonna look at xeodrifter, which is a Steam indie metroidvania game. It's also on the 3DS. You can pick it up for around 10 bucks on Steam so far. I don't know the price on 3DS because I don't own a 3DS. I stumbled upon this game because I'm a fan and a member of Outlaw Gamer Society, and I listen to the Outlaw Gamer radio podcast where Brent Anders and Lauren Baumgarten are hosting it. Brent Adams was last week playing this game and probably still is on his 3DS and was pretty excited about it. Was saying it was a huge joy to him playing it on the go, and he said it was a Metroidvania game, and I'm a huge Metroid fan, especially I'm a super Metroid fan. That's probably my favorite Metroid game of all time. Anyways, so I finally picked this up today and I started playing, and I just said to myself, I want other people actually knowing about this game. So I thought gonna make this little video, as I always do, saying I discovered something and sharing it with people and actually showing it a little bit off. So what are we gonna do? We are gonna look at it, of course. So the first thing we are gonna do is check out the desktop, because the thing is that this here game will launch, and let's get some sound on it so you actually can hear it. So the game here will actually launch in, well, at least for me, the first time on window mode. So you can see here you have your options to actually control it on either a keyboard or 360 controller. I use my 360 controller. It works great with that. You can also customize your keys with /gamepad here if you want to. You have the option also to explore configuration data if you want that. You can actually go ahead and fiddle with the game here if you want native, or you want the 9 by 60 by 9, or you actually go in high resolution. Problem is, I tried going up to the higher resolution. Also, I tried actually finding my resolution not there, probably because of the engine that he chose. So if I go up higher, it would probably crash, or at least that I did. But it actually doesn't really matter. It full screens perfectly as soon as you restore. So actually, I think we're gonna do that. Let's switch over to the full screen. And let me full screen also. You heard that little ding. So now it's full screen for me, it's full screen for you. Okay, it's pretty simple. We are gonna go ahead and make a new file. This is my file I'm playing for myself. This is you're just gonna use here this file here. So the whole thing about this here game is that the story behind it looks like you're drifting or flying through space, and suddenly you get hit by an asteroid and it damages your ship, and your warp core dies and you're stranded so far. So we will see now you get hit. And you're stranded. And you have around a couple of planets so far, at least in your view. And your warp engine will actually blow up, which actually is a funny thing. It looks a lot like the flux capacitor on a Back to the Future DeLorean, but it doesn't matter. So you have your X amount of planets here, and you can pretty much choose where you want to go. You say you have your impulse status, press A to use that, or you can, when you get near, you can dock to the planet. So right now it goes into that asteroid mode. So I'm gonna check this planet out, which is the first planet from my view, and then we go into it. You can save here, or we can actually just go ahead and beam down to the planet. So I'm gonna go right there, and you will actually see, as you can see, you die from falling into water, but it's pretty simple. You have your X for attack, and you can hold the button in, so it has auto fire in, which is pretty cool. The controls are just A for jump, and he jumps pretty high actually. There's no like you can like jump. He jumps in a specific height always, so you need to take care of that when you're jumping. So anyways, of course I get hit. Let's actually see do this without dying. Okay. Anyways, the game here is, as you can see, if we go ahead to menu, which is start, you can see you have your map here. The other squares are for the maps on other places, other planets. You have your, when you get upgrades for your gun, you can put them in here, and you can probably save if you want to configure it for a specific way. Go ahead and save free specific configurations, and you can easily switch between them. And you can turn off music and sound effects if you want that also. So far so good. Let's show off the first boss, which is if you remember, Metroid is pretty unforgiving when it comes to bosses. This here is a little bit, well, it's unforgiving, it's making it more fun. First off, from all the bosses I've seen, there's always something like that here. And it actually makes a checkpoint save here. So now we're at a boss, and you just need to learn the pattern, and you can actually duck if you just press down. So there are some mechanics here. Okay, we need to go over here. And I'm just holding the button to have auto fire running. And there he is, and as you know from a Metroidvania game, when a boss dies, or mini-boss or something, you get, of course, something. And we get a submarine, so now we can actually go underwater. So, as always, we have a checkpoint again, and if I died there, I will start outside just before the boss. That's what I like here. A boss can be frustrating to figure out. First-timers actually playing the game, knowing all the hints that actually are from getting the pattern correctly and figuring all that out. And maybe you can also just be unlucky and do poorly at the first try, and then you actually don't have to run back through the whole pattern again, because sometimes it can be pretty frustrating getting to the boss. Actually, it's maybe harder actually getting to the boss than actually the boss itself. So this here, I thought the first time was a mine, but it's actually a health upgrade. As you can see on the top, we have 3 health as we start. Now we have 4, so that's pretty much it. And as you can see, it's all about exploring also. So we go ahead here, and you can see at some point we can go down here, or at least we should be able to go down here. But now I can actually go over here, down here. But the problem is that I probably need something to get past here. I actually know what we need. So I can't get past here. I need something else. Probably on another planet or another boss. So that's pretty much a standard Metroidvania game. I can only say, so far this game is so awesome. I highly recommend you check it out. And again, you just beam back and you're on your ship and you choose the planet you want to go to. So that is pretty much... Let's see if I can actually hit... There's something wrong with this cursor here. There we go. And I'm sure I want to quit. So let's switch back to me. Again, as I said, xeodrifter. It's made by the people that made Mutant Mods. They are called Renegade Kid, the developer. Again, $10 at the moment on Steam. It's not on sale. If it's on sale, it's probably a lot cheaper. I can't remember when it actually came out on Steam. But again, it's on there. Check it out if you want to get it on Steam, or either get it on the 3DS. It's probably a great portable, just like the other Metroid games that are out there. I'm not a big. I don't own that many portable games because when I go around, I pretty much I'm either driving, so I can't actually play games while I'm driving, which is actually pretty dangerous if you try to. Don't do that. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed it. Check it out. xeodrifter, Steam. 360, or not 360, 3DS, made by Renegade Kid, the guys that made Mutant Mods. And please subscribe, dislike, like, make a comment, follow me on Twitter at Fettouhi. And until next time, bye.